And the Supreme Court is now doing an internal investigation to see who leaked the draft opinion overruling Roe versus Wade. But leaking is a part of, unfortunately, a part of the process of governance. We all want transparency, but the transparency should come through lawful means, not through illegal leaks.
Professor Dershowitz, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Texas U.S. Senator Ted Cruz joins me. Good evening, Senator, and I want to talk to you about politics, but you clerked in the United States Supreme Court, so I want to start there, and you are a lawyer. You've argued before the Supreme Court. The decision today by Chief Justice John Roberts, which is different from what the trial court judge, three-judge panel, and the court en banc decided. What do you make of this?
Well, I got a chance to listen to your conversation with Alan Dershowitz, and Alan was my former criminal law professor when I was in law school. He's a longtime friend. We disagree politically on most things, but I'll tell you, I thought his legal analysis here was spot on. That it's clear that what the House Ways and Means Committee is doing is a fishing expedition, and it's a political fishing expedition. The entire purpose of it, it's not legislative. They're not considering legislation. It is trying to get dirt to smear Donald Trump. The purpose is to leak it. It's why they want it. I also agree it's not clear the Supreme Court will actually block it, that what the Chief Justice did is delayed it. That could be reversed, but I think it is extremely likely that on Election Day, we're going to see a Republican majority elected in the House, and I think we'll see a Republican majority elected in the Senate as well. And so I think there's a very good chance this all gets mooted, and that would be a good thing, because allowing the Democrats to play games and to weaponize anyone's tax return is wrong.
All right, well, let me talk about this. This is an IRS story, and you have called for to abolish the IRS. But I mean, how are we going to pay for the military? How are we going to pay for anything if we have no IRS? We've got to have some way to collect revenue to pay for some of these things. The FAA, you name it. So you want to abolish the IRS.
I do. Look, of course you need federal revenue. What I have called for is that we should adopt a simple flat tax where every American could fill out his or her taxes on a postcard, and the vast apparatus, the enforcement mechanism that has been built up in the IRS, we could shut down and padlock. There'd still be an office that would have to collect the postcards, and there would be some mechanism for going against people who are tax cheats. But if you repeal the enormous complexity of the tax code, I've got a brand new book that came out last week, Justice Corrupted, How the Left Has Weaponized the Legal System. There's a chapter in the book, which is The IRS Comes Knocking. It describes how Barack Obama weaponized the IRS, used it to target Tea Party groups, conservative groups, pro-Israel groups, pro-life groups. They deliberately selected them, went after them, persecuted them. When it became public, Obama held a press conference and he said, and I quote, "I am angry, and the American people have a right to be angry." And then he proceeded to cover it up. The DOJ fought to cover it up. The person in charge of it was never punished. She defied subpoenas in Congress. The Obama DOJ refused to prosecute her for contempt of Congress. And this pattern is continuing today, and even worse under Joe Biden. That's what the book is all about, is abusing the IRS, the DOJ, the FBI.
All right, you are pro-life, and you have campaigned with Herschel Walker in Georgia, and I'm sure you know about the 2 abortion matters. How do you reconcile supporting him with those 2 abortions when you are pro-life?
Look, it's real simple. Raphael Warnock's views and his voting record on every issue are radical far left. His views are way out of step with the voters of Georgia. If you look at why are we going to see a red tidal wave on November, it's real simple. The #1 issue in the country is inflation, which is crushing Americans across the country. The #2 issue in the country is crime, which has people very concerned for the safety of their family. The #3 issue in the country is illegal immigration. The chaos at the southern border was the result of political decisions from Joe Biden. All 3 of those issues, Warnock's on the wrong side and Herschel Walker is on the right side. I actually want senators who will fight for low taxes, low regulations, protect your jobs, stop the spending, stop the inflation, support the cops, keep our families safe, and secure the damn border. Herschel's right on all of them. Warnock's wrong on all of them.
All right, Senator Cruz, thank you. If you do take the Senate, the Republicans, I hope you'll come back right after this. Tell us what the Republican Senate intends to do. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.